Thinking about S.O.E, the structure of existence, I don't think there is a meaning or purpose or good and evil inherently um, attached to the structure of existence itself. It seems more that it's a completely blank space where if we, whatever we do, it's completely open to us to do whatever, to do anything. And so, well, what about the consciousness? Let's call it the consciousness. Let's say because God is a wizard on a cloud that's just looking, waiting for you to not masturbate, otherwise he'll send you to hell. It's just such a filthy word, God. And it's been poisoned by all religions and all forms of slave control. It's just not worth even having it. What is God? It's the God of the slaves. It is the being that the slaves, that is used to control the slaves. So I don't use it because we're not talking about something real. It's just a method of control, not something that exists in itself. Now, a consciousness that moves within S.O.E, that moves within throughout S.O.E, yeah, that's very possible. But what would this consciousness want? And that's where you have to have faith. So you look at everything, you analyze everything, you look at the laws that we've sort of discovered or figured out how things work, how S.O.E works a little bit. And then you say, there seems to be more. There's more than the sum of its parts. And you see that and say, hey, okay, I think I can figure out whether there's a purpose or some meaning or anything. And I think there isn't. There isn't anything in the structure itself. What it does is this opens, and you're saying, well, what about evil people? Evil people win, and this is just like saying up is down, down is up. I mean, up is up, down is down, left is left, right and right. I mean, there's like what works, what doesn't work. Um, but you gotta understand, different things work in different contexts. So just because being the idiot, like Dostoevsky would write it, just being the idiot doesn't pay off in money, doesn't mean that being the idiot in other contexts and behaving like that in certain contexts won't give you a benefit, won't give you something to show for it that's better. It doesn't mean that if you behave like the idiot in certain places, in certain moments, you actually win and win hard and win better and you get more. It doesn't mean that. You just have to figure it out on your own. There's a lot of room for being a good person. And you can see that if you actually get to go around being a good person, you can see that it actually is beneficial. But you have to know how to use that and exploit it, so to speak. Um, and truthfully, there are other benefits to being a good person. But if you're just gonna be a good person, like you're a homeless dude and you're just a good person, you do good stuff, but that's it. It's like maybe saving someone or helping out someone, um, and not expecting anything in return, not even hinting at it, actually can bring you benefits. It can bring you a lot of things, and you can actually get a lot of stuff, get a lot of empathy and care from other people if you do the idiot thing. It's not a dog eat dog. Some people just do that. You stay away from those people if you want. But if not, those people who are doing dog eat dog and then they made a real, those people meet a real honest person, an honest person who actually cares. But they can see that he actually cares, not just like pretend like Christians do that they donate to this or they do the right thing or do a good thing so that they can reap some type of social benefit from it, um, or legal or monetary benefit, or like just putting being a good person on in camera and recording it and then going off and getting a bunch of social benefit from it. Those people who are ruthless see that and say that's what it is. But when they actually meet someone who is actually a good person and they notice it, they go like, "Damn, I wish there were more people like him." Because this is a horrible world, and they do the whole thing where they're ruthless because that's what the world shows to them. But they actually do care about people who are genuinely good. They actually value it, and so you go off into these books and you see that instead of living it, because that's just Dostoevsky's experience of one man. How many people who can one man really know throughout their lifetime? Like 100, 150 really get to know truly, deeply. It's not many. There's 6 billion, 7 billion. How many billion people are there? And a variety of different combinations. So all the stuff you read in the books is just the experience of one person with a very limited amount of people who they knew and very limited amount of situations that they could say granted them some knowledge about the world. It's a very small sliver of knowledge. So we have the Schopenhauers and the Nietzsches and the Dostoevskys, but we don't really have everything or anything substantial on everything, because you don't have those guys who actually help out. That doesn't come out in books. Um, so that said, does the structure of existence make it so it's beneficial to be a good person and it's harmful to be a bad person? No. What it is, it's beneficial to be a good person and it's beneficial to be a bad person. It's not a false dichotomy. It's not a dichotomy at all. It's really beneficial to do both things. You benefit some ways from one, and you benefit other ways from the other. Um, it really is like in any shape or form you want to add it up, it's beneficial. I think the consciousness, if there is a consciousness going around S.O.E. and just being like, that consciousness would just be like, hmm, I wonder what humans do. I wonder what humans will do with this freedom. I wonder what humans will do. Will they choose to be like Cain from Legacy of Cain, rule over the dirt. Just fuck it. Rather be a what is it? What I'd rather be a king in hell than be a slave in heaven. Will humans choose that? If they do, well, that's their choice. Or will they choose something else? Will they choose to serve or something else entirely? It's all within the realm of possibility. It it's just the consciousness wants us to know what we'll choose, but we can do anything. If we choose to just have masters and slaves and ruthless existence forever, we'll just do that. We'll just do that. If we choose something else, then that's gonna be it. And we'll reap the benefits and the punishments of that. Because there are punishments for both. And that's the thing. That was the whole point. Being a good idiotic person has benefits and also punishments. And being an evil cutthroat piece of shit has benefits and punishments. You can be a psychopath, kill a bunch of people, and live your entire life in wealth and luxury, and you'll be empty for it. Maybe you'll have some a few experiences, but maybe the punishment is that you'll never know how it is to get up at 6 a.m., work on your farm, uh, look at your wife and children who love you and you love them, and then go outside and get after you're done with the freaking farm at noon, you will go get on your truck to some, I don't know, diner, but on the way there someone has a flat and it's a total stranger and you help them out, and then they're like, "Oh, thank you so much," and they offer you some money and you say, man, nah man, the reward is that I got to help you." And then you just continue your way, and and then you come back and you do the thing and whatever, that type of life, whatever Amish BS life or whatever, that has its merits and its punishments. And you see, if that time where they massacred the Amish people, um some dude got into a school and massacred these little girls, these little Amish girls, and they couldn't do anything, I guess. If you were the cutthroat evil guy, oh man, that guy would have just never let that happen to his own people. He just doesn't care. My people make me money. Kill. You see, that wouldn't have happened. That's some advantage, you know. But it's not better. None of these paths are better. Not being good or evil or anything in between or anything hyper evil, hyper good. None of these paths are better. The consciousness wants to see what do we choose to do. And that's it. We will choose something. We will choose something with its own benefits and rewards and punishments in itself. The question is, what do we want? What what punishments are we willing to take? And you see, that's where I get the idea. We why don't you well just speciate? Because I think we have the answer. Some people would really just go this way, others would go that way, others would go over here, and that's valid. Just let speciate. Just become a bunch of different species. Each were all like freaking elves and dwarves and whatever. They all chose. It's not one is better than the other. They all chose what what they saw as best. What they would say, "Hey, I want to do this. I'd rather do this. I'd rather be this way." and they have all their own personalities. We were almost speciating, but for some godforsaken reason, sorry, they burn a bunch of trash in Tijuana all the time, and it gets me with the sinuses because the smoke comes down of the burnt plastic and stuff. Oh god, it's horrible. Has me sneezing all the time. But yeah, we were about to speciate, uh, but I guess nobody planned that well. Every time there's an empire, the empire tries to just benefit from bringing all of these species or subspecies really together and just putting them to work for the machine, having the machine do profit until it can't anymore, until everyone just mixes and they become this mishmash of trash. And then they have to speciate again. Like in the Roman Empire, they just became this freaking mess. Just they destroyed everything, and then the machine couldn't produce anymore. Um, or the machine went over there, and then over there, and then over there. But but yeah, so I would say let's just do permanent speciation. Let's just do permanent speciation. Pretty soon there will be interstellar travel. I mean, maybe, hopefully. A man can dream, and if that is so, then we can just choose different planets for different peoples. What really should be done is we start speciating, and this subspecies in one area is going to have some people who are more like this other subspecies. So what we do is we send all those people over there, and then they send the people who are like these other guys over here, and so you have a constant cycling where I would say constant migration, but through behavior. So the people who want quiet all the time, they can live over here, and the people who want to be loud all the time, they can be over here, and so for that's just an example. But the whole point is that we should differ, and it shouldn't be like one or two or three species. It should be just as many as necessary. Just speciate and just send them all to groups. Maybe anarcho syndicalism or something like that, where you have this group over here and they have this type of government and it's like 2,000 people, 5,000 people, and then you have these others over here and so forth. Um, and then everyone's just this pretty much the same kind of person in each group, in each place. That's pretty. I don't know. I think that would be good. But again, the consciousness wants to see what we choose. We have freedom to choose. We have freedom to choose what we're going to choose. What do we have? And none of those decisions will land us in heaven or hell. So, I mean, if it did, it would be just one choice, whatever. Then it wouldn't be freedom. You don't get freedom if it's only one choice. So, yeah, you don't get freedom if there's only one choice because it's not really a choice. It's like, oh, you either do this and you're in perfect happiness, or you do this other thing and you're miserable forever. Like what? That's not a choice, bro. Nobody. That's not a choice. What it is a choice is what I just said. There, yeah. So there's that.